I'm Lucy and welcome to my channel. So after reflecting on the decisions that I made in my early 20s, these are the top 5 regrets that I have that I consider to be money mistakes. And I think for a while I was focused on accumulating material items, material possessions. And now looking back, I kind of regret not having taken advantage of some of those opportunities to make memories that last a lifetime with the people that I love. Whether that was traveling, taking a road trip, doing once in a lifetime experiences that are on my bucket list. Those experiences that I wanted to try that I just didn't go for at the time. And I think for some time I was placing more emphasis on accumulating material things, material possessions, over making memories and experiences with my family and loved ones. So now looking back, I would have definitely taken some of those opportunities as they arose. When I was in my early 20s, I would focus on having more over higher quality items. When it came to makeup, clothing, household items. So for example, I would often find myself spending a lot of money on many different pairs of shoes instead of investing in one very high quality shoe that would last me years and years. And I feel like I spent a lot of money on makeup that went bad very fast, or I would just end up throwing away. And instead of making all those purchases on makeup, I would have invested in 1 or 2 high quality skincare products that would have lasted me much longer and taken care of my skin instead of masking it with makeup. And I personally think that sometimes it can be hard to choose quality over quantity because of that high upfront cost and sticker shock sometimes. But I actually think that investing in high quality items will save you money over time because you won't be repurchasing over and over those things like clothes, makeup, household items, furniture that may be cheaper initially, but that will wear out or need replacing sooner. In the moment, or even on a day-to-day basis, I didn't notice it as much. But when I would go back and review my monthly and yearly statements, I could actually see just how much I was spending on fast food and sit-down restaurants. And that's not necessarily to say that it's a bad thing to go sit down at your favorite restaurant and enjoy it every now and then. But on a day-to-day basis, this was always something that crept up on me. And I think sometimes it's easier to just go out and eat food instead of making it at home, especially when we're so busy and we have other things going on. It can sometimes be easier just to go get takeout or go to a sit-down restaurant. In my experiences, this has always been the one expense that really crept up on me that I didn't really notice when it was happening, but after the fact, I would realize just how much I was spending. So I would have definitely eaten out less and cooked at home more often. I think there's additional benefits of knowing exactly what goes into your food and how it's prepared. Looking back, I would have made different decisions when it came to how much I spent on food and restaurants and eating out. I think that in itself, education is power. You don't know what you don't know. Some of the mistakes I made and how I could have done better. So what I really wish I would have done in my early 20s is simply educate myself on all the options that were available to me. Options when it came to banking, investing, savings accounts. There are many different ways to go about this, and there are so many different free and low-cost resources online. But even starting with seeing what your bank offers as far as those different kinds of accounts, I probably would have sat down with someone just to talk about what options were available, what different accounts had to offer, tried to fully understand all the options that were available to me so I could have made financial decisions that were in my best interests earlier in my life. This was something that I struggled with, and I feel like I really didn't know where to start with it. But looking back, I definitely would have made a budget for myself and started tracking my budget a lot sooner in my 20s. I also probably would have itemized all my expenses in my budget just so that I knew exactly what I needed to buy each month, exactly what my expenses look like. And paired along with this, also just tracking my expenses. I know I mentioned that sometimes my eating out tendencies would fly under the radar. So I feel like tracking some of those expenses on a weekly or monthly basis would have really helped me stick to a budget and not go over what I had outlined for myself. I think this is oftentimes easier said than done because of how daunting budgeting and tracking expenses can be. But I think I could have made this a habit a lot sooner in life, and that would have helped me save more over time. So in conclusion, those were the 5 things that I perceived to be money mistakes I made in my early 20s. I hope that you're able to take something away from this video and that these tips were helpful in some way to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.